All right, welcome everybody to our closing session. I am Cynthia Bland. I'm a co-chair of the organizing committee with my amazing co-chair, Jessica Kohlschmidt. And we are just thrilled to have made it through 24 wonderful hours with you all, and want to take a little bit of time here to say thank you and also wrap up with some of our thoughts and some of your thoughts about the conference. We first of all want to say a big thank you to all of our presenters, the organizers, the chairs. We really know that you are the backbone of this conference, that the 24 hours were made interesting, insightful, and fun because of you and your work. So thank you very much. We also have so many volunteers who have given their time, not just in the last 24 hours, but in the past weeks and months and over the past year to make this event a success. And your time and dedication are definitely appreciated. We're also grateful for our sponsors. We have a platinum sponsor and 3 silver sponsors, and their support makes features like the webinar aspect on Zoom and also like the SCED app possible. Thank you. And last but not least, we do acknowledge the Friends of the IDWSDS conference. These are organizations that help spread the word about the conference and share it with their members. And if your organization is interested in becoming a friend in the future so that you can help tell other people about IDWSDS, that would be terrific. So Jessica, you're not seeing our slides?
It's still on the thank you one. Did you want to show the other?
Oh, I was going to get there.
Oh, sorry.
We also wanted to call out our special team of the IDWSDS organizing committee. These wonderful members have really worked tirelessly, given a lot of amazing input, and worked hard to find sessions around the world to make those connections. So we're really grateful for each of you. And here's our platinum sponsor, Cancy. We're really pleased that they were able to, give their support and encouragement to the conference this year. And we're also grateful for our silver sponsors, ISPA, STATA, and MRC Biostatistics Unit at University of Cambridge. At this time, we are going to bring in a special guest that we are going to, do you see our special guest in the chat, in the attendee sections, Jessica? Sheely sent the note about who is going to be making those award presentations. It was maybe Anu? I can't hear you, Jessica. Oh.
All I see for attendees is search. Not an option to see who they are.
Well, we should be able to see participants.
No.
Oh, I can see them. Oh, are you not a co-host? Let me help you. No, you are.
I don't know. Something bad happened.
Okay, well, we do have, let me see, I've got that person here. All right, great. I'm gonna bring you up so you can speak about our next session here, our next information. Let me bring you as a panelist. One moment. Go ahead and click accept on the blue panelist button. And we understand that we are currently in webinar mode, so you're not going to be able to see participants. We were talking about a panelist feature. But here we are to have a presentation regarding a student competition earlier today. Take it away.
Thanks, Cynthia. So we had this competition organized by Florence Nightingale Day Statistics and Data Science. And we had 3 outstanding students who applied statistics and data science to real data problems today. So the winner who take the first place is the Sophia. And she presented a work about runners and how their performance is affected by two different treatments. And the next person is Mackenzie, Hira Nair. Hira actually stepped in last minute to be a part of this, and we really appreciate her. And she talked about her data analysis. Yeah, she's the second place winner. And finally, lastly, but not least, of course, Mackenzie McCoy. She's shared her experiment with the mice and how different sweeteners can affect their weight gain. That's what we have. So we congratulate all of them. We'll have some gift cards for them, and FND will mail it to them. So again, congratulations. They did a great job.
Thank you so much, Yasu. And also thank you for, recognizing students and for being part of this pipeline to make the next generation of statisticians and data scientists through your work with the Florence Nightingale Day. This is such an important way to get students interested and involved. So thank you for sharing that.
Thank you.
All right, so we wanted to share a little bit about the numbers of IDWSDS. We could go on and on about the numbers, and I'm sure we will over the next few weeks in terms of email updates and social media posts to you. But we wanted to share a few things here about, just a few things that have happened today. So we've had over 77 sessions in our 24-hour period, and that meant that we had about 1,350 registrants from over 87 countries. We were able to take a quick look at the attendance numbers, and the sort of general theme that we found was that these were the top 4 sessions that had the most attendees. And the theme that we were recognizing is that there seems to be a lot of interest in things that relate to the data science and AI and the LLM side of things. So it was great to see sort of some consistent results in that initial look at our data. Jessica, do you want to encourage people for what's yet to come in IDWSDS?
Absolutely. So we are interested in your feedback. We're going to put together a survey and get that out to you in the next week. So if you can please fill that out and give us feedback so we can improve every year. This year, SCED was new and the speed sessions were new. So we would love to know how you feel about those. If you want to volunteer, please send us an email. We would love to have volunteers on the deck for next year. We need logistics, marketing, sponsorship, running the whole 24 hours. We are hoping to have it on October 13th, 2026 next year. That's our plan. So mark your calendars. Not even ready to think about 2026. But we'll have our 5th annual, so that'll be super exciting. Is that the end of those?
Yes. And we now invite you to get out your smartphone or to grab this URL, and we are going to hear from you with our Poll Everywhere piece. And then we're going to come back to a little bit of sort of our final slides. But we do want to hear from you. And so what we're going to do is we're going to also put this in the chat. So if you want to go to this particular website, this is going to give us an opportunity to sort of have some interaction together. So we're going to start with what I think will be a little bit of a fun and easy version, is that we're going to activate a map and ask where you are located today. So we'll see if we can get some responses coming through in where you're located today. We, of course, recognize that it is the end of our 24-hour period, so we're finding that probably we're not having the widest range of participants right now, but just wanted to start off with one that's maybe a little bit easier, a little bit different. Great. So we're getting some nice arrangements here, and appreciate you participating in that one. All right. So now we're going to switch it up, and we're going to hear a little bit more from you about your favorite type of presentations. So just a moment, we'll switch to a different version. And now we'll understand, what are your preferred presentations? We've got maybe too many options, but we'll come back and see how this shakes out in a few minutes. It looks like things are slowing down. So we have definitely a big preference for our keynotes. I think that's a wonderful compliment to our keynote speakers. We are really grateful we had a wonderful variety of talented speakers this year. And also see a lot of popularity for the career topics and also for our technical topics, especially in statistics. Awesome, thank you. Next up, we're going to try more of an open-ended kind of a question. This might be sort of a nightmare in terms of data collection, but you know, what's IDWSDS without a little bit of fun? So we'll see what this looks like. So here we're asking if there are any tips or suggestions that you have for a first-time attendee for this conference. We're always trying to make this conference a little bit better, a little bit more accessible. And we love that people are joining us for the first time, but we know it can be a little bit tricky. So your suggestions welcome. A theme that I'm seeing is to review the schedule ahead of time and to plan your schedule ahead of time. I also like the one about snacks. Great, I like the questions. That's nice to see. I think we had some really insightful questions from the audience this year. That's a really intentional one about planning a little bit more ahead and being able to use LinkedIn. I also see in the chat to read the abstracts. The title isn't just the, you don't judge a book by its title. Also make sure you get into the abstracts as well. Pay attention to the time zones. Yeah. Yeah, participation as an audience member is really through questions. I think that's a great example. and trying something new. These are all awesome tips for the first timers. We will keep these handy and try to make those available as we plan for next year as well. All right, we're gonna keep going in our projects here, in our versions. So just because we're talking about favorites doesn't mean that everyone's not wonderful, but we are going to ask this time for if you can recommend a favorite speaker. If you want to call someone out, shout them out as a great presenter during IDWSDS. If you remember somebody, that'd be terrific. I'm sure it's not just recency bias that Shay gets some good references here. Also, Dr. Enrique Savary as well. She had a great keynote earlier in the afternoon. Diane Cook, another great keynote. Yeah. All right, that one might have been a little bit tricky. Let me switch and we'll see if I've got a few more. This will be one. This is always fun. Everyone loves to give feedback. So we're going to make this one. We're interested in feedback, and as Shay said, we are learning how to take both positive and negative feedback. Constructive is the way people say it. But we are interested in suggestions this time for next year's conference theme. If there's something that you feel like is an important topic for you, let's hear potentially about some themes for next year.
Maybe we can use AI to make AI use clever. As a thing.
Be
I
nice.
like
These are great suggestions. Keep them coming. Thank you. All right, we have a couple more of these. see if I can grab those and we'll come right back and get more of listening to your voice. We're curious about the impact that IDWSDS has had on you and want to hear that because of what you heard today, because of the community you experienced, because of anything that impacted you today, what do you think you will do differently going forward? I'm curious for the person who said more mentoring. Um, is that doing more mentoring or getting more mentoring? I'm curious if that's in both directions. I think we did allow the ability to add more than one piece of feedback, if that's helpful for you all. This is a great list. I love seeing it build. Thank you for adding that additional context. All right, this one's slowing down. I'm going to at least mentally prepare us to move to the next one. And here we're asking for one of your aha moments. I know a word might be impossible, so maybe if you need to do multiple words, I think this is supposed to be a word cloud, I can't remember, but try to use an underscore, otherwise it's gonna just blow up in a bad way. But think about, something that kind of was a light bulb moment for you during the conference. If you can share that in a word or two, that would be awesome. Yeah, I've already looked up those values cards. That looks really fun. This is a great variety. It's fun to see how many different perspectives we can come from our 77 sessions, our 1,300 registrants, the different experiences that we're all bringing to the conference and that we're all taking back. All right, we'll leave that one open for a little bit longer, but I'll go ahead and I'll stop sharing that. And instead, what we'll do is we'll come back to just a moment of appreciation for each of you and a moment of celebration, because this is just, it's one of my absolute favorite days, because IDWSDS really is a day of celebration. And it's one of those things that really just isn't possible without you, the attendees, without you, the speakers and the chairs and the organizers, and without my amazing co-chair, Jessica Kohlschmidt, and the rest of our organizing committee. We will be having all of those recordings that you've been hearing start and stop throughout these sessions available on our YouTube page in the coming weeks and months. So do follow us on LinkedIn. We'll be doing some posts so that you can get reminders about those when they're posted, because it does take a little bit of time, as you can imagine, for us to get those processed and put on the website. Jessica, I'd love for you to have the last word. If there's anything else you'd like to say.
I just want to thank you all for coming and for being a part of this and supporting all the effort that we put forth to have a conference for CWS. Thank you.